That was easy.
Go! Go!
That was easy.
And we're live. How's it going, everybody? I hope everyone is having a fantastic Wednesday. For anyone that was here in the last minute, I did, as I hit live, I remembered, hey, Steve's here. Thank you for the 33 freaking months. Steve gets the new sound effects.
Go!
That was easy.
So I added two. I literally remembered the second I hit go live. So I scrambled to find some sound effects. I know there's a couple others I wanted to add. I wanted a fart sound effect for when I screw something up, but for now we've got we got two very important ones that I'm very happy with. So yeah, I knew you guys would be able to hear them, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. They'll know what's going on back here. Is that Sean Dell with the 24 months and Armor with the 5 months? Thank you so much. Check your DMs. I will definitely check my DMs. I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, it's been a week. I've been very busy with working on a couple of different projects. Hey Monkey, hey Jose, hey Tuxedo, hey Amar, professional screw strip. Yes. Yes. Hey Jerry, I saw you're going to be building a box turtle. That's awesome. So far, it's been a relatively straightforward build, so definitely a good one to dip your toes in when it comes to LDO kits. It's APF. So yeah, I've been busy. I spent quite a bit of time playing around with the Voron over the past couple of weeks here, and I had it pretty close, but then I decided, because I was having a little bit of issues with some stringing, and Pressure Advance was doing weird stuff, so I am changing up a few things. I mounted a LGX Lite, so I modified this and went with an LGX Lite. Main reason is I like the Sherpa a lot. I don't like the Sherpa for a Bowden setup. It is way too difficult, even at fully loose tension, to feed filament. So the LGX Lite will make it where it's a lot easier to feed filament, so you can just completely loosen it, feed filament into the nozzle, and then tighten it up again. Even with the macro I had done to feed it from here to the hot end, I just wasn't really a big fan. Also, I found that the clicky probe was causing all sorts of issues because of the fact that it is not a nozzle mounted thing and this is a Delta. There was problems happening with that. So I am doing a few things. One, I got it working without any probe and it actually worked really well, but I'm switching over to a Voron Dragon High Flow with a, this is a end coat nozzle from Fadis. So the reason why I'm doing that is that one, it's a better hot end and uses standard size nozzles. But two, if I want to, I can use this, which is a nozzle probe. And anyone that's used Deltas over the years has probably seen this, but basically you slot this over the nozzle and there's no offset. It goes right on the nozzle and then it probes, and this should allow me to do at least an initial probe to correct for the bed that's not perfectly flat without the issues that Clicky's giving me. Now, this is not needed. I was getting pretty good results without any kind of mesh, but I figured because I'm doing the Dragon High Flow, it's kind of a perk of being able to have that. So I'm gonna have a video on Voron hopefully in 2 weeks time. I am getting very close to wrapping that up. I decided to go, I put panels on and took panels off. I decided I really don't like panels on this thing. Someone's working on a mod that sort of extends the panels out so you get the full build area, and at that point maybe I'll use it, but it's already such a small build area and I ran into issues with bumping the panels even when I shrunk down the build area, so I'm just not doing the panels. Fabrico with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Let's do... Thank you. Hey Thomas, let's see who else is here. Flying Ops, how's it going? Jen's here, Dario's here, Alex WP is here, 007 3DP, nice. Hey Iconic. So yeah, we're gonna continue with the box turtle today. We made some really good progress last time. We got the frame basically fully assembled. All the extruders are done, tension's fine on those. We got yeah, we just made some good progress. So today we are picking up with the re-spoolers. Hey Tor, hey Steven, hey Christian, hey Dominic, Kevin's here, Noel. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, so we are picking up with the re-spoolers and this is where we are. So I'm going to move the box of the box turtle off to the side and we will go ahead and I think I might actually grab a stool for this so I can kind of sit down for a minute while I do this. Giveaways in 2 hours. 2 hours. Hey, Rusty. All right. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Got hands. Okay, so we are going to be installing the LEDs. So we've got these guys. Tuxedo, thanks for becoming a member, man. Let's do this Hadouken. Thank you, thank you. All right. So we've got these, and then we've got our little printed in PETG LED diffusers. So I'm going to try to insert these without breaking this. Oh, man. They went in fine last time. I tested out one of these to make sure. I think that's probably enough. I'm not going to push too hard. Hopefully once we put the little LED in place, it'll actually, you know, keep it seated nicely. But for now, I'm just going to kind of align these and drop these into place. Push it against the table. Okay. Yeah, I think that's... It doesn't really want to pop in. Yeah, it's pushing plenty hard. I don't think it's... We're going to leave it like that. Because the front face on this, like, a lot of people are probably used to sort of the Voron one. It's a little bit thinner, especially the top section there. So I really don't want to put too much force and break these. I don't think I printed spares, which is probably silly on my part. This is probably a piece that I should have done a few spares on, but I did not. Almost 100 people here, but only 25 likes. Yes, if you're here and you're in front of the computer or your phone or TV, I don't know if can you like on TV? I don't think I've ever liked on TV. I don't know how that works. Okay, before installing the LEDs, ensure your wiring harnesses are the correct length, but they should be. Press the diffuser, orient the NeoPixel and the LED retainer. So those are probably all going to be inside of here. Oops. Slide these over here. Okay, you can on TV. You can like on TV. All right. I think the issue is most of the time on TV, I'm not signed into an account. Our TV does weird stuff. It's kind of a good thing that I'm not signed in most of the time, because a lot of time on the TV I'm putting on like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for my son. So it would really confuse the algorithm. Like, this guy is into 3D printing and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Okay, so we've got all of these, and these are gonna slit, is that right? No, slot in. So it looks like... It's weird. Based off the image, it looks like the LED is this way, but that feels wrong to me. It looks like LED is facing this direction, but let me see. Okay, no, that's right. It is facing that direction. Okay. The YouTube app is sophisticated on most TVs, allowing kids and adult accounts side by side. I think maybe the issue is most of the time I'm casting. So this just... Does it slide in? No, it looks like it just drops in. Huh. It's not popping in as nicely. Maybe I need to sand this a little bit. Does it slide in? No. It looks like it just pops in, but it's not popping in. It's not popping in like I think it should. Let me grab a different one. No real retention in that part. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to really want to stay in. So maybe if I just have it in place with my thumb, once I slide it in, that'll lock it in place. So let's see. If I go like that, this looks like press the LED retainer into place. So I'm just holding it in place with my finger. Hey, Paul. What is this mod for? This allows you to do multicolor on clipboard printers. That's really the main thing here. So it doesn't seem like I'm doing it right. Nope, that's definitely not right. It popped out. Okay, so this does snap. That does snap into place. Okay, so yeah, even if it doesn't, so it seems like this doesn't push in very hard. So, I mean, I did it up against the table, but it didn't really pop in. And then this LED doesn't seem to stay inside of here. It's kind of just loose. But once you install it in here, this printed part does snap into place. So that seems to hold everything nicely. So we'll just rinse and repeat that process. So let's go like this. This just goes like this. Right? No, I'm doing that wrong. It goes like this. LED facing towards me. Then I turn it around. Then I feed this. Is yours up and running, Ted? Tor, not Ted. I don't know why I've got Ted in my head. Okay. Okay, this is not going into place. It's probably because my LED is not, there we go. LED wasn't correctly seated. Yeah, it snaps in nicely once you have it correctly positioned, so. Mine still needs tuning, but had over 100 filament swaps, no issue. Nice, until the filament, oh no. Filament issue. Yeah. Just some really brittle old PLA or something like that. Snap. Snap. Hey, Elizabeth. Steve got them to sit better by bending the wires. Ah. I could see that. Like this. Bend the wires a little bit. Can't wait for my batch 2 to ship from West 3D. Hey, Jeno! You know what? I bent them the wrong way because I'm a goof. Is there an ETA for batch 2 shipping? Yeah, it does not want to stay. Kind of just have to shove it in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, they all snapped in, so LEDs should be good. And it looks like they're all the same exact length, so there's no difference as far as I can tell. All 4 of these are the exact same length. They started, oh, nice. What's changed in batch 2? I don't know the answer to that. Did they change anything with those MJF parts that were kind of loose, the bigger ones? My part printing is coming along. My batch 2 kit arrives this weekend. Nice. It sounds like a lot of people are going to have a really fun build coming on soon. Okay, so we did snap those into place. Next, oh yeah, that was where we ended. The last thing we did on last week's stream was we lubed these up and cleaned them as well. I highly recommend cleaning these. They had a bunch of like gunk in the gears that needed to be cleaned out. Since the NT motor, slide the NT motors into the groove. Okay, so these are going into, it looks like these pieces. I think, yep. Okay, motor mount, slide them into the groove of the motor mount. Make sure the wires are facing up when the motor is in place. Okay, so wires facing up, and orientation is like this. So is it just it looks like this sort of lip right here is what's going to be kind of holding it in place. This printed part has, if you can see it down there, a little gap. So let's see if I slide this in like so. Yep. that holds really nicely. So seems like it just kind of slots in, and then wires are facing upwards. So we'll just do that 3 more times. Hold it like this. Wires facing up. Like so. Up. There we go. Hey, John. Thank you for being the one person that realizes this. Wait, what did I do right? What did I do right? Are people not realizing how they slot it in? And make sure I got it, yep, lined up correctly. That looks good. Ooh, that one had a really good snap. That one was like, it was a really satisfying snap on that one. Okay, and last one. Next box turtle I'm building will be carbon fiber ASA, and ooh, pretty. Yep, everything looks lined up. Nope. Okay, hold on. I had it going at an angle. It's probably what's, there we go. There we go. All right, you can hear that? Yeah, that was it was like a really nice snap. Not a scary snap, like a good clean snap. Okay, so these all look good. Wires are facing upwards. Everything is slotted into place. Armor Turtle even made a video showing how to slot. Oh, really? That's funny. It's the easy stuff I get wrong. It's the things that we need videos on that I've got, you know, no problem figuring out. Please insert the no debris. Yep, we did that. Yep, we did flush it. Okay, we did that last week. Okay, so now we need these little, I think those are back in the, I think I threw these all back in here. There's one, there's 2, 3. Where are you under 4? Let's do the last one. Hello, where are you? There it is. Okay. We got 4 of these, and these are what, M310s, which are probably in the main kit. Okay. Hey, Jack. Steve, if you haven't received the package of stuff I sent, I meant to warn you. So the aluminum parts are wrapped like back and forth. I think I used either bubble wrap or sort of like a thin foam sheet, and I shoved them inside of a bubble mailer inside of the box. When you pull them out of that bubble mailer, make sure you do it like close to the surface, because I did not tape them. It was a really tight fit. I just kind of shoved it in there. So my concern is that you'd pull them out standing and then they would fall on your ground. So just a warning, it was delivered about an hour ago. Okay, yes, just when you take those aluminum parts out, please do it like close to the surface. I meant to text you that I just couldn't tape them. So they're safe, but when you open them, yep. I meant to text you right away, because I'm like, I'm setting you up for failure a little bit with this. Yeah, I ended up shipping quicker than I expected. I think that USPS ground was like $18, and FedEx, what is today? Today's Wednesday, so I shipped it, I think, Monday? Or was it Saturday? No, it was Monday, because it was when you were doing a stream. I think that like FedEx 2-day was like 50 cents more, and I was like, well, we're not in a rush, but might as well get it there a few days quicker for the same price, so. Okay, so we're taking out 4 of these. We're taking this block, and then we are taking, let's see, this is getting shoved through there. Do I have my little, yeah, my little ball end driver? And this is, oh, this is, okay, this makes sense. The image threw me off for a second, but this basically slots into, do I need to turn off? Let's see, let me go like this. There's a little tab there that goes inside of that front piece. This is what's going to secure it in place, like this. hopefully. Maybe. Just drop this in. Yep, there we go. There we go. One down. Maybe this one's not fully seated. Huh. That one's having a little difficult time going in. I might need to push. Yeah, I think I just might need to push the motor down a little further on that one. PF with the 10. Wow, with the 10 gifted memberships. Let's do. I like when you. Thank you so much, PF, for the support, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna also, just so I don't forget, I think I've already done one of my batches of gifted memberships for the month, but we'll do the second one just so that way I don't forget. I know there's still a couple more streams of the month, but mine as well while it's on my mind. Let's see. I think it's show your support, membership gifting. Yep, I got 5 more. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. Hey, PF, you got a tool changer, right, in the last couple of weeks or month here? I feel like I remember you saying that you had a tool changer coming a couple weeks ago. An XL, I guess, the Prusa XL. Anyone left not a member? I don't. There might be. Everyone looks great. Everyone looks pretty green. Hey, Bill. So Bill, I have exciting news. The how has it been? I don't think I've heard anything. The Milmage is getting closer. It's getting a lot closer. I know that they expanded some of the testing. I still don't have access to like public beta keys or anything like that, but I know it's getting a lot closer. So I'm hoping that, what's today, February 12th? Yeah, I'm hoping within the next few weeks here I can get a couple public beta keys. But yeah, things are definitely getting closer. I'm working on videos. I'm starting to work on videos and projects for Milmage, so that is a good sign. Okay, that seated it fully. That was tight. Oh, you put in about 15 hours. Okay, 6. So you did get one. Were you part of the second wave that they expanded to last weekend? Yeah, because I know that they expanded, like, I don't know exactly how it works, so I'm not part of that exactly. But I know that they had expanded some stuff, so that's awesome to hear. Bearded Bucket with the 5 memberships. You guys are awesome. Hadouken and some Squirrel. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. Okay, sweet. Awesome. I did mention it last time after we talked and hadn't really gotten a whole lot of updates, so I'm glad to hear that that's the case. Going all-wheel drive with my Mercury 1. Sick! Lots of gifts. Yeah, lots of gifts today. Yeah, I'm very excited for the... that's going to be one of the builds this year for sure. Probably, like, Q3. We're going to just tear down the Merc. I'm going to get the new frame from LDO and enclose it. I'm going to do the CNC motor mounts. And yeah, it's going to be freaking sweet. Probably a new toolhead, too. I think that the new toolhead's compatible with the VZBot. I can't think of the name of that hot end, and Goliath, that's the one. So maybe we'll use that. I also have a Volk mosquito that I've had for quite a while that needs to go in a printer, and I would like to put it in the Merc, but it just depends. But yeah, the plan is to do a rebuild this year. Okay, so next we're getting these guys. I think we need like 8 of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that's not the right one. There should be another one somewhere. 8. Okay. Install the bearings in the parts, make sure the bearing is flush with the outside. Okay, so we'll probably just end up using the table to make sure that these are flush, and it looks like we're just using these MR148ZZ bearings. I just built an archetype toolhead, nice, and the ecosystem is awesome. I've looked at it quite a bit. I was very close before I ended up doing takeoff on that Trident. I had planned on doing archetype, so yeah, it seems like a very cool ecosystem. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna push these up against the table. That seems like that went in flush. Definitely a tight fit, but that's what we want. Hey, nice, how's it going? Experienced people in this wave, gotcha. Yeah, that's nice to hear your feedback though. Jano, I'm currently rebuilding my old Anycubic Bowden bed slinger with a Manta 5P and CB1, Revo 6 hot end, and if I get that far, I'm going to try a... Nice, okay, sick. With Bowden extrusion. With Bowden ooh. Yeah, it's been interesting. The Voron Velta is one of the only clipper... Not the only, but like, it's the only clipper printer that I think I built that's been Bowden that I've actually done tuning. And man, I really don't miss, I really don't miss the Bowden setups. It's just a lot trickier. There's a lot more, like there's just more variables involved with it, especially things like PA and stringing, tuning, and all that stuff. So nice, thank you for, man, you guys today, thank you so much for the memberships. Okay. Yeah, so I have done a few clippered Bowden printers, but most of them were like retail printers, like the Elegoo Neptune that was already running their version of it, so I didn't have to really do anything. But this is the first one where it's like, I'm doing the build myself, and there really wasn't anything. I didn't really provide any sort of a profile or config for it, so it's just been, yep. Don't forget the preload on the Bowden tubes. Yeah, it's been a lot. I don't know if you heard, Delmar, but I spent quite a bit of time with the Voron. I ended up jumping into the Discord because I was just having some weird issues, and I think the issues are stemming from, I think it's primarily that the Bowden tube wasn't seated all the way in. So I just, after a while playing around with it, decided I swapped over the Sherpa to a LGX Lite, and I'm getting rid of the hot end and doing a Dragon High Flow. But yeah, I ran into issues with Clicky. For some reason, I was like, okay, it's, Clicky's installed, it's operating the way it's supposed to be, but because it's offset from the nozzle and the Delta's effector, like if there's any sort of angle with the Delta's effector, it completely throws off the mesh, because the mesh it's generating is actually not correct for where the nozzle's at. It caused a ton of issues. So once I went over to the DoomCube Discord and was talking to a few people there, and they mentioned like, hey, I would completely get rid of the probe on this since it's not a nozzle probe. Even the creator Roger said like, yeah, I would just ditch the Clicky and do the basic basic Delta calibration and clipper, and that gave me way better first layers than trying to use Clicky. So okay, that is flush. We got 2 more. Is that flush? It's a slight... Yeah, I think that's flush. I'm sure we'll find out soon if anything's binding, if it's not perfectly flush, but let's try to not get there. I get string on the Rook with the Bowden preload on it. What do you mean by the Bowden? I get stringing on my Rook when the Bowden preload on it. I don't actually know what you mean by the Bowden preload, Delmar. Okay, that one's flush. It's been a fun challenge so far. My biggest issues are just getting the CB1 to connect to Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, it's the CB1, man. I remember when I made the video on it, just kind of showing it off. People were like, "Oh man, the Wi-Fi is really bad," and they did some stuff where they corrected the image, which did help with some issues, but it was actually a hardware issue on some of the early ones, and so they ended up swapping out a bunch of my CB1s. Well, they let me keep the original ones, and the issue is that I didn't mark them, so I can't actually tell, I don't think, easily which ones are good and which ones are not good. So it's been a little confusing with the CBs. Ugh, excuse me. Okay, so now we are taking so we're taking the gear. I should probably move, let's see. Yeah, it looks like I probably need to remove the wire. Trying to see where let's see, this is the same piece. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, let's take off. I just ran my first print of ABS glass fiber from Piopoly. The results are amazing. Nice. Oh yeah, you got the enclosure. You've had the enclosure, right? I think you said you actually got the enclosure before you got the printer, if I'm not mistaken. I might just cut these zip tie or these little twist ties. They're really short and kind of tricky to just not get the cables. There we go. And this one's longer. Any advice on the CB2 problem? What CB2 problem? I don't think I've had issues with the CB2. Oh, Salty. Been having problems with the CB2 after flashing once. Can't reflash the eMMC. Been having problems with the CB2 after flashing once. I can't reflash the eMMC. With the eMMC, are you flashing that? Oh no, because you're talking about the eMMC that's built into the CB2. I really don't know offhand. I'd probably reach out to Big Tree Tech on that. I think that I had issues with it too on the. You know what? I actually think we did have issues with the CB2 on the Ender wire, and I ended up using a. No. We had issues with the CM4, I ended up using the CB2. I think I had issues flashing the MMC2 though, and we ended up using a micro SD card instead. And now it only boots on SD card. Yeah, I think that I had the same issue on stream when we were doing it. Pretty sure we ended up just using micro SD card in my case as well. Okay, so it looks like this is the part we want. And it looks like the wires are probably feeding through this channel. Let's read. Slide the frame, make sure the wires are on top of the motor and don't get pinched by the frame. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's not going through here. Wait. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Okay, let's actually do this. Let's zip tie. Let's do the zip tie stuff. It looks like there's 2 zip ties to help us guide these wires. Pull the zip ties. Yeah, yep. Okay, zip ties. Just go with the black zip ties. Okay. Any tips for crimping plugs for the SP2209 toolhead board? Been struggling with the tiny ass connectors. My recommendation, if it's the same connectors that I was dealing with, is to not crimp them at all and just to buy pre-crimped wires, man. I'm not sure what size wires it is that you're talking about, but I got, when we were doing the Cyclops on the Creality printer, where are those cables? Here they are. I ended up ordering the wrong size, so now I've got both the small JSTs. But yeah, this to me, like, I've got these now. So it just comes with a bunch of pre-crimped wires, heat shrink, and the connectors. These are for ZH size, and then this is for MX size. MX was the ones that we needed, which were awfully small. So yeah, I don't have any recommendations, man. We tried on stream and I'm like, there's no way, dude. So my recommendation is don't. Okay, so we're just gonna be routing wires here for a second. These are kind of large zip ties included with this. I don't know if that's gonna be an issue or not. Tor, did you use the big zip ties that came with this? I've got smaller ones. These seem kind of large. There is a... Oops, that's not the right part. Where's the right part? There's a decent sized channel. What type of wires are soldered to the LEDs on this? These are super slippery. So I'm gonna guess I use the included ones. Okay. Hey, Aaron. The Merc enclosure is pretty sweet. I also went and added the clicky clacky door. Nice. Yeah, these are maybe FPE. They're really slippery. I mean, they feel like the same kind that runs inside of the cable chain. So. Yeah, either probably PTFE or FTP wires. Okay, so we are the tie. I'm not sure how much strain relief we want on these. I also want, I hope these zip ties just feel awful large for this, but, and I don't think we need to tighten them that tight. So that's probably sufficient. So I can tighten one more. No, that's as tight as I'm getting it. I run all black cables, multimeters on my friend. Oof. Wait, make sure they're routed like they are in the guide. You mean the cables? It looks like they basically just go... You're not talking about the zip ties, right? It doesn't matter which direction I have the head of the zip tie. But it looks like the wires just kind of lay flat on top of here. Which is not the easiest to actually do. They kind of... But I think that's probably fine. Oh, the zip tie head. And I am probably doing it wrong. Yeah, I am. Okay, I'll cut that one then. So we want them to go in from the left side. Yeah, because of how large they are, I kind of figured that maybe it matters the direction they go in. So let's go, so I'm doing this one wrong too. So instead of coming from the outside in, we're going from inside out. Like that. I think I'm just gonna, I did it the wrong way too. I think I'm just gonna quickly preload all these zip ties. That way I don't have to think about it. Yeah, there we go. So it looks like they go like this. Thanks for telling me before I did all of them. It did cross my mind already, just because the zip tie head's pretty large. I'm like, it might matter. So we're just gonna go ahead and feed all of these through really quickly. Printable heat shrink labels are your friend with black cables. Yeah, I did actually pick some. I did pick some up. I haven't actually used it yet, but I should. pretty excited because this Friday I'm flying to California just for it's a quick like 48-hour turnaround. But one of my buddies is getting married, and they're doing like courthouse thing, I think, before I actually even see them. But Sunday is their reception, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then we fly back on Monday. It's just Aaron and me. Maurice, good morning. Thank you for the 19 months, buddy. Let's see what have we got from Maurice. I don't know if you've heard the sound effects.
That was easy.
Thank you, Maurice. Wait, what did Hobo say? Helping is. All right, so these should all be correct now. So I don't want to put too much stress on where the cable is attached to the motor. It looks like basically they're going forward over the motor, then down the right side. So let's. Mr. Simpson, yep. Is the autofocus driving people nuts, or no, is it fine? It's like one of my concerns with running it, is that it kind of, especially when we're doing like stuff close up, I can turn it off if we want, or I'll just leave it. Whatever's best for everybody. Hey, is it Uri? I can't see from this far away. It looks like U-R-I-K or U-L-R-I-K. Autofocus isn't too bad. Okay. I hope you don't get issues with the new dough. Hopefully not. Okay. That seems fine. And the cool thing is, because they're kind of large, that was a little bit tighter than I probably needed to do, but that's plenty. I don't want to go tighter than that. Okay, let's clip you. Let's clip you. On to the next one. Hey, Skydown. Happy Wednesday, man. I will never forget meeting you at Murph when you brought beer. I will never forget. That was very cool. I think that was the last Murph I was at. Was the one where I met you. Social lubricant, exactly. Yeah, I remember they were all like local craft beers too. Okay. That is pretty tight. Yeah, that's fine. Social lubricant. I'm sure that's a phrase that's used, but I don't think I've actually heard it. I have the guide up near the screen so I can call out when you miss it. Thank you. I will take all the extra set of eyes. Don't be fooled by these glasses, man. They're just just for luck. I'll take all the extra set of eyes I can get. Totally random, but anyone here that has young children, if anyone here has young children, there's a person called Blippi who is kind of like, I don't know, male Miss Rachel. And if you know who that is, and my Jackson's been enjoying watching some of his stuff. And we had just gone a few weeks ago to the Boise Aquarium, and it was cool because I took Jack there for, it was the first Father's Day, so he was only a couple months old, and then we went one other time with my parents. But that character, Blippi, was actually at the Boise Aquarium. And because Jackson's a little bit older and, like, you know, just went a few weeks ago, he appears to remember that. And it was crazy because Jackson really liked there's this little boat with, I think they're koi, or maybe they're little goldfish, but it's like a petting tank where you can, you know, stick your fingers in there. And he was really cautious of it. Blippi's annoying. Yeah, they're all kind of annoying, but it's, you know, you kind of pick your battles. But he was petting the fish at that tank, and I could see Jackson like kind of tripping out because he's like, wait, like I was just petting those fish. It was pretty cool to see, just because it was like, hey, that's the Boise Aquarium. We were just there. I can never unsee what he did. Blippi reminds me of PV. Yeah, I think that my favorite is probably Miss Rachel out of the three. There's like, what, it's like Mika, Blippi, and Miss Rachel. And we really didn't like Miss Rachel at first, but Jackson just such a big fan. And then after a while, like, it kind of just grew on us. But yeah, Blippi's songs aren't nearly as catchy to me, but the intro catchphrase is definitely stuck in my head. 7-week-old, hoping to stay away from that as much as possible. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, man. Good luck. I think my favorite show that Jackson really likes is Spidey and His Amazing Friends, or Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Jackson's birthday is coming up in a few weeks, and I just ordered, Aaron had me order like a party pack of balloons and plates and stuff that's Spider-Man themed, so I'm pretty excited for that. Okay, so we did that. Now it says we need M3 8-socket heads, which I know I saw a second ago. Cool. And it looks like this just slots over here like this. Can I do this without pinching? Ooh, baby, that was perfect. In our house, it's all about, what's Bing? I don't know. I don't know that I've heard of Bing. Bluey we're a big fan of. Jackson likes Bluey, but definitely not as much as some of the other ones. But yeah, Aaron and me really like Bluey. It's adorable. And yes, there's plenty of things in there that I'm like, man, that's so relatable. Make sure I don't pinch the frame secure, but leave it loose. Leave it loose. Secure it, but leave it loose. Okay. So we'll just... I mean, it's not really loose. So back it out a turn, maybe. Okay, it's kind of loose. I imagine it's probably for the bearing alignment, maybe. That's why we want it a little bit loose. Okay, one down, and then we need the ones that have a larger cavity. So this one, and this one. Need it loose to install the other. Okay. I might have to loosen it a little bit more than I left it right now then, but it seems decent. What are we catching on? Are we catching on a cable? Am I pinching a wire? Nope. I don't think so. Well, I don't think so. I think we're fine. Hello from London, Ontario, Canada. I'm tempted to build soon a box turtle. This is by far, like, this is what I've been waiting for. Something like box turtle for, you know, non-bamboo printers. So I'm incredibly excited to get this up and running and set up. So if you've got a, you know, compatible printer, or one that you can easily make compatible, then it's definitely a sweet looking project. Okay, I don't think I pinched anything. So far we're doing pretty good. The bad London? I like turtles. I can totally identify with the dad on Bluey. Yeah, me too. I love him, man. Like, you know, there's so many things that the kids want to do that he's like, oh no, but he always does it. Like, and there's times like that with Jack already where he's like, Dad, this. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that, but I will. He's a good sport. He's a really good sport. Am I pinching? I don't think. No, I'm not pinching. It's just a little wobbly. We're fine. I have a FLSun V400. I hope I'll be able to make it work. I feel like the cutting aspect on that would be hard. Because normally for the cutting, you need something to bump it against, unless you're using a servo-based cutter, which I don't know how effective those are. You might be able to do, like on the ender wire or the switch wire, they use clicky and it uses a servo to sort of pop something out, but I'm just thinking if you bump against the servo arm, I don't know if it'd have enough strength. Probably doing tip forming. Yeah, maybe that's what you have to do. After watching box video last week, the algo gives me Clint's reptile vid on actually. That's amazing. All right, that's on. Okay, now we are doing, it says slide the gear 30 over the long of the shaft until it is against the 32th. Okay, we did the spacer, then slide the shaft onto the bearing into the left frame. If you left the screw loose in the last step, you should be able to slightly pivot the shaft and gear mesh the teeth with this. Once it's in place, you can fully tighten the screw. Okay, I might need to loosen for this. So we are going from this direction. Yeah, I'm gonna have to loosen this. I can just about guarantee it. Wait. Okay, yeah, this is the orientation. So now it's loose. And we're taking this guy with the spacer on. We're pushing this through our bearing, hopefully. There we go. And we need to pivot it ever so slightly. I assume we probably want it centered perfectly. As close to centered as we can get it. Does it matter right this second? Maybe not. But basically these gears here are now meshed with each other. Wait. What? What do you mean backwards? What? It looks fine to me. It's meshing. Did I do something wrong? Okay, all right. It should self-center. Okay, we'll tighten this down. Would I recommend this or the ERCFV2? So I haven't built an ERCFV2. I have all the parts for it. I've had all the parts for a long time, but I have not built it. The ERCFV2 seems like a lot more challenging build. And I think the hardest part really will be spool management. That's really the biggest gripe I have with most multi-material setups is spool management. So I still am kind of tempted to build one just for the challenge and fun. But I certainly would say that I think that this is going to be a more reliable setup. But I'm saying that having not actually built the ERCFV2, but I've done quite a bit of looking at sort of what goes into it. If it were me and I didn't already have an ERCFV2, then I would be going for box turtle. I started my box turtle using the LDO motor gear and printed 30 tooth, but I had to change the printed 15 tooth because they were binding. Oh, interesting. Wait, I started my box turtle using the LDO motor gear and printed 30 tooth. Gotcha. I know that there's been issues with the big MJF part being too loose. But for the smaller one, I haven't heard of any issues. I do feel a little bit of sort of like, not friction, but kind of like, you can kind of hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me, did I hear the clicking sound? And then this one has less of a clicking sound. Really minor. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. I think it's probably going to be fine. I'm on mobile. That's my excuse. Hey, I'm... Is there any lube on the printed gear? There is not lube on the printed gear. I didn't see mention of having to lube these gears, right? There's no lubricant required. We did lube the small gearbox of the actual motor, but I didn't see any mention of lubing the printed gears. Okay, this bearing is not sliding so nicely. There we go. That one that's clicking, I actually think I'm going to loosen it really quickly one more time and just make sure I have it. See, it's not that one. It's this one. Let me just loosen it a hair. Okay, that fixed it. I wonder if when I'm tightening it, it's kind of forcing it to go at a slight angle. Yeah, that seems to be what's happening. It's really minor though. We'll leave it for now. 8 layers left. Nice. No need to loop. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so, but it's a valid question. This piece actually, hold on. This needs to get cleaned up a little bit. I didn't see this, but on the printed part, you can see on the teeth right there, these 2 teeth have a little bit of crud on them. So let me just grab, I think if I just take a small, I mean, honestly, I could probably just use my nail. Let's see. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Yeah, it looks clean now. Use your new blades. I was gonna bust out the blades, but it seems like the nail was sufficient. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay. Okay, so now says slide the frame right over the shaft while it's still loose from the wires to the light box. As you close it up, make sure the wires are moving freely. Secure the M38. Okay, so we need 4 more M38s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna take the other half and we're gonna slide it through like this. If I can get it to slide in the bearing, there we go. And then we're gonna take our LEDs. It looks like they're at this angle and we just wanna pass the wires. There's a channel, you can kind of see this big open channel here. Looks like they just basically need to go through here, like so. If I can get them to stay in place, that'd be awesome. Like that. There we go. Yeah, they're still, you can verify that they're loose. And then we will tighten up. Ooh, that's crunchy. I don't like the way that doesn't seem right. Is it normal that the gear is crunchy? Ensure you use the right one for the 4-channel. Yeah, it sounds a little crunchy to me. Needs to be smooth. It's getting smoother. It could be, I wonder if it's just my ABS part that needs to get worked in a little bit. I definitely feel a little bit of crunch still. They'll wear smooth. Yeah, I kind of think it's just the ABS part and that nylon part. Like it's fine, then a little bit of crunch, and it's fine. A little bit of crunch. It's at the same spot, so I imagine it'll probably just wear in. It's already gotten better from just turning it a few times. Mine are crunchy too, it's okay. If I loosen the side bolts, might have to replace the 15 tooth here too. It's okay if I loosen the side bolts. Let's see, let me just loosen this a hair. Loosen this a hair. Yeah, that made a world of a difference. No more crunch. So is it a matter of me over tightening it, or I mean, I don't want them loose, obviously. Let's see. So this is just really loose still. Tiny bit of crunch. Crunchy, the crunch, they'll never know. What teal is that? This is the LDO ABS. Yeah, so if I loosen my hair more, it gets rid of the crunch completely. Hey, Additive Adam. Yeah, I don't know. I think for now, I think I'm just gonna leave it. Most likely they'll should be fine. Yeah, it doesn't feel substantial. Like, I feel like a motor would be able to pass through that. It's on one spot. Let's do the other ones and see kind of how it feels. Yeah, I'm doing really good, man. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Okay, slide that on. Slide this through here. Just make sure our cables are... There we go. Oh, nice and loose. This one's even crunchier. Crunch bar. How's Erin? She's doing all right, man. This morning was a rougher morning for sure. I don't remember. Yeah, last week, I don't know if we mentioned it. Yeah, because last week we went to the doctor's. Last week she got some prescription stuff for the morning sickness. Oh, that is definitely not good on this one. This one's even crunchier. Yeah, she got some medicine from the doctor for the morning sickness, and it seemed to make things worse. So now she's just taking like ginger. 20-hour print done, wait for it to cool. Yeah, so she's had a couple of like good days with Unison and ginger and B6, but this morning she was pretty sick, so it's definitely not like a sure thing. I'm wondering if I should look at the... I have to imagine it's probably my larger gear. It's probably from mixing the MJF part with the printed teeth. Do we think that we should just go with printed for everything then? Is that the call?
Smash the thumbs up.
200 people lurking. Holy crap! I haven't looked at the stream thing in less than 100 likes. Yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please smack the like button. That's wild. I didn't realize we had that many people here. I'm wondering if it's worth it to undo this then and go with printed. Zofran was worth more than gold when my wife was carrying our second kid. Zofran, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard of Zofran before. Is that something? Is it prescribed or is that just over the counter? Yeah, this doesn't. I mean, listen to this one. Wait. And then this one. This one's much clean. This one's much better. I think at the very least, let me. Anti-nausea, it's an RX. You undid, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this printed part and see if there's anything standing out. I mean, maybe I need to file ever so slightly. Let's loosen this. crunchier than I would like. The first one I think could probably pass, but is there anything on here obvious? The only thing I could think of is maybe the edges. I'm gonna get a super small file and try to file away at the edges, just a hair. If I even have a file that's small enough to get in those teeth, because I obviously don't want to screw up the teeth. Let's see, this is probably the finest one I've got. I don't even know if this will work. I would try one with the printed. Yeah, just if I'm gonna do that, I have to pull the motor off, which is fine. I'm just curious if I do just like a quick pass with this, because if I remember correctly, I think I had a brim, and so I could see that potentially having left a little bit of crap on the edge. So let me just do a single pass with this, like, and literally just gonna do a couple, just see if there's something in there that, you know, pulls out. If that doesn't do it though, then yeah, I'm not against trying just all printed teeth. This isn't super fun. It's just, I'm like, I don't know how many teeth I've done. Yeah, let's try doing. What was the decision for using the gears over typical spur gears? I don't know. Dicelgis is what she needs, unless that's what they gave her. 3 kids and wife was taken every time, works great. Yeah, she was given, oh gosh, codeine. Like a codeine pill, which I thought was odd. Or is it codeine? It's whatever is in like that cough syrup stuff that makes you sleepy, but in a pill form. That's what it was. Promethazine, not codeine. I think it was promethazine. Okay, we'll take this off. I'd like to be able to do it without having to undo all these zip ties, because that's not fun. I think I can do that. How difficult is it going to be to pull this off? I don't want to damage the... Oh, I got you. Holy crap. Didn't love that. I really hope that this does the... Hope that this does the trick. Where is our jig? Here's our jig. Okay. Gear should just pull off. Damn. Dude, that is tighter than I would like. Okay, that went through. All right, let's see if this does any better. So this needs to go, yep, this is our part. Wires need to be facing upwards.
That's back in place. These wires are out of the way, I think. Okay. Did we use M3? I think it was M310, right? For this one, a slightly longer screw.
Hey, hey Benny. Hey Kegel. Hey Jeff.
So for anyone that's joining in, we are trying just printed gears. I'm not having the best meshing with the ABS gear and the MJF gear, so someone made the suggestion of trying printed on printed gear. So that's where we are right now. And I'm hoping for the best.
Back, my wife actually woke up for the crying baby for once.
Okay, there we go. Okay, initial impression is it feels smoother. Oh, that's right. So let's do this. LED wire passes through like this. Not quite like that. There we go. Okay. Something is being pinched. There we go. So far it's feeling smoother. Now it's ABS on both. Now it's ABS on both parts. Before it was MJF, so I'm assuming nylon on ABS. It's way smoother. It's way smoother. Like I have these side pieces clamped down, and we're way smoother. So I feel a lot better about that. So we're probably just gonna go printed. There's no mention of using lubricant GPs, so I'm gonna probably opt not to. If for some reason I end up wearing down, then it'll be a lesson learned, I guess. And when I reprint the gears and replace them, I will put a little bit of lube, but there's no mention of it, so I kind of just want to build it based off of how the guide is saying. Steve put lube on him? But if Steve did it... Yeah, this is just, it's not as smooth, so we're gonna take off all the gears, unfortunately, but
Thanks. Now I am going to rebuild mine the third time, finally using printed 15T.
Thank you for the donation, Thomas. I'm sorry. It just seems like it works a lot better with them. Let's do here. We'll do a quick little. This is gonna be like a 60-second pull. If we get enough people saying to lube it, we'll put a little bit of lube on the gears.
A sip of water.
All right, we're at 85% saying lube, 82%. All right, we're gonna 35 people. Yeah, we're gonna lube it. Are we good with using? I've just got a little syringe of super lube. Are we good with just putting a little bit like that? Included lube?
Okay. Do I still have that one? That is the question. I don't know if I still have that lube. Lube. I do have the included lube. All right. Shit. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Sven. Happy Wednesday. I think that's probably plenty. Should work itself in. Okay. All right, GPs. You got your lube, man. We are officially printed and lubed. You had to drop the... No, it wasn't you. I think it was Tora. You had to drop the "It's what Steve did," huh? You had to drop the "It's what Steve did." I've known Steve for quite a few years now, and he has not led me astray. Okay, that should be good. Oh, it's so smooth. It's so smooth. So yeah, we're going with printed parts, not MJF. I mean, feel free to use what you want on your build. The reason why we didn't use the larger MJF is I didn't really want to glue it in place since it's kind of loose. I think it's supposed to be fixed in the next batch, so probably isn't an issue. And I imagine if you're using MJF on MJF, it's probably fine. But because I am using an ABS and a MJF part, I don't know. It just, the tolerances maybe are slightly different, so it was not working. Not meshing well. It wasn't meshing smoothly. So let's go ahead and take off the second one. The chat might lead you into the wilderness. Yeah, chat's led me astray a few times. That's for sure. Some really good recommendations at times. Other times I'm like, I should have just stuck with my gut. But that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna pull this off. These are pretty tight. That okay. That one was not very tight at all. What do I know? Let me grab the other 3 printed teeth as well. We got one. Oh God, tell me I have that. Did I already take some out? Is that what's going on here? I got the second one right there. We're missing 2. Here's 3. There you are, in the very back of my drawer. Okay. So, we got 4. Grumpy parent voice. Wouldn't jump off a cliff. No, no. I wouldn't do that, but when it comes to building things, I don't do everything Steve does, because there's certain things I'm like, Steve, that's just, your attention to detail is just, it's too much. I can't do that. But for things like this, yeah, man. There we go. You can zoom out a little bit too. There we go. There we go. Pull our wires down a little bit so there's not so much slack. Looks good. Pop this in place. This is an M310. We do everything twice. That is our motto. Why do it once when you can do it at least twice? Like the belts and rails thing. What belts and rails thing, Maurice? What am I forgetting? I haven't gotten the lube on me, which is nice. So I'm being careful. Okay, that's good. We need this one. Why are we not? Is the wires... No, wires should be fine. Why do it once when you can do it, you know, 2, 3, 4 times? I don't think we're pinching on anything. No, okay. All right, so we need our little standoff or spacer. Goes like that. Goes like that. It's just so smooth. Yeah, there's none of that click that I was feeling before. I love it. I love it. This feels like this was the play. This was the move. That was kind of a lot of grease. Probably a little excessive there, but that's okay. Yeah, that feels so nice. I'm very pleased. I know that I tried letting you hear the clicking sound, but you'll just have to take my word for it. Like it feels a hell of a lot smoother. It's a pretty substantial difference. Yep. Pretty substantial difference compared to what it was like before. Come on, baby. We were doing this really wrong. There we go. Okay, nothing pinched. Yep, we're smooth. Cool. Tighten down this side. Did I miss anything? Measure twice, cut twice. It drives me nuts. There's like, so when we were in our rental, I hung quite a few things up on the wall and made sure they were level, and at least I thought I did. And then I put them up on the wall. I'm like, okay, they're not level. Then we moved in here and I hung up a few things like the TV mount and a couple other things. I'm like, oh man, like I got a little overconfident with my with my hanging things in walls straight. And I think I even said something out loud to Aaron, like, oh man, like, you know, I'm doing such a good job. And then literally the next thing I did was way off. And I'm like, well, that's what I get for that's what I get for being overconfident. Yeah, that is my recommendation based off what I'm seeing here is stick with the same gear type. If you're doing MJF, do MJF. If you're doing printed, like printed on printed just feels much better. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go. That's what lube does. It makes the clicky click go slick a slick. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see how clicky or not clicky it was with MJF on printed part with the lube, but even just the printed part on printed part without adding the lube was already feeling better. So I have a hard time catching up on my streams. Too many projects to flight that needs attention. Hey, it's always a treat when you show up though, Bill. So I get it, man. It's a weird, for a lot of people, it's a kind of an odd stream time. So it only started at this time because I was in between jobs when I started streaming. And so it was like, I need to get out of bed earlier than what I'm doing and get more of a schedule. So I was like, let's just do this midday thing. And then, you know, it sort of just stuck, but I get it. It's definitely not an ideal time for everybody. Oh, okay. Okay, that is good. And seems like we're on straight. Holy sh! This one's tough. Try not to bend the frickin' shaft on this thing. It doesn't want to pop through the end. Why? We are basically through all the printed part. It shouldn't be so difficult now. Okay, this one sucks. There we go. Holy crap. Okay, that one was a little scary. Not complaining, I just have so much going on with printing, milling, lasering. That sounds like fun stuff, Bill. That sounds like a great time. Why are we not going in now? You look like you're lined up. You look like you're lined up. So what is the problem? Okay, you must not be lined up because you're not going in, and I know you go in smoother than that. That seems like we're aligned. There we go. Okay. Must have been just ever so slightly out of alignment. Come on, wire. There we go. Okay, that's good. Let's do this one again. We need the one that's longer. How hard is it going to be to swap those N20 motors when they eventually die? I don't know from the standpoint of like once this is mounted in the machine, but based off of like disassembling this part so far is a piece of cake. But yeah, I don't know like how many more bolts there are and how much stuff we're putting over it before it actually goes, wrong side, before it actually goes into the box turtle. But based off like disassembling this thing is pretty simple. This needs to go up more. There we go. Like that. There we go. Yeah, so TBD. TBD. Hey, Deanna. Quite easy when you've done it 4 times. I'm sorry, Evo. You're a master at this point at disassembling this, I'm sure. All right, there we go. Slide on, baby. Slide on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, a little lube time. Put a little couple dots here and there. Okay, feeling good. LED housing. Let's get this correct orientation. Okay. It's hard to get these LED wires to stick, and you kind of just have to push it together and then at the very last second sort of route it. They just, because there's so many of them and they're not the thinnest of wires, they're a little stiff. They kind of just want to do their own thing. There we go. But we're good. Okay, we're down to the last of these. We'll open up the giveaway in 30 minutes too. Yeah, they're printed gears. They're in ABS. The kit does come with MJF ones, but this is batch 1, and the larger MJF one's a little bit loose on the shaft, so you have to glue it in place, and I just would rather not glue it in place. So I initially was trying the larger gear being ABS gear, and the smaller gear being, and the smaller gear being the MJF printed gear, but they just weren't meshing very nicely. So I swapped over to all ABS, and I'm telling you from my perspective moving this, like it's at least twice as smooth. There's no clicking, there's no like, you know, no rough spot. It just, they're meshing nicely. So it might not be the case for everyone. Some people might have one MJF and one ABS or ASA and it works well, but in my case, it's just not what's happening. So seems to be the best path forward. I modded the channel to have some alternative tabs to hold the wires after someone mentioned it on Discord. Oh, nice, for the LEDs. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Like you can easily, you know, get them in, but I could, tabs would be nice just to kind of help, you know, help hold it in a little bit more. Jeez. Okay. Pop this out. pull this off. Pop this in. Printed gear. I think that's aligned, yep. Oh my God. Okay, we're done. We're done. So this goes with the wires up. Sounds like somebody's at the front door. There we go. Pull these wires down just a hair. I think I still got enough slack there. All right, we are nearly done with where we were. But yeah, considering this is the motion that's going to be pulling the spools and feeding the spools, I absolutely think it was worth revisiting this. So not upset at all that we had to, that we took the time to do this. We pinching? What's going on here, buddy? Sure doesn't look like it. Okay. Hey, Modshop. I really didn't care too much for multi-material setups, but I bit the bullet and got the CFS for my K2 a few weeks back, and it's been working pretty hard. Yeah, so I don't know that I care about more than really like 2 colors, but at least having an accent piece on some parts can make them look so nice. And whether it's just for your own projects or whether it's for labels, not having to filament, not having to like pause and swap, like there's definitely, I shouldn't have tightened that so tight. There's definitely some perks. And I think that if you're selling things, also having dual color kind of makes them stand out a little bit more and makes them kind of seem a bit more premium. I can't say that I do an absolute ton of multicolor printing, but I do enjoy it. And especially like, I mentioned last week that I had printed out for Jackson, like, what were they called? Like Brio, right? The sort of like Lego for toddlers. And being able to make stuff for him that's multicolor, I think will be a lot more exciting. So, I mean, everyone's got, whatever the use case is. Not everyone has to have a toddler that they're making things for, but I definitely like the option. Also, I really like the ability to have like the most common colors or spool types that I use just loaded up and being able to have it auto feed, which I don't know definitively, but I assume that's probably something you can do with Box Turtle. I'm not sure how that looks as far as macros go and slicers and all that. Like Bamboo obviously has, and same with Creality, like it built into the slicer like that. So I'm not exactly sure how that works with this, but if that's possible, it's something I've gotten really spoiled with, and I do enjoy it. Swapping out parts has gotten me into trouble because it always happens when my wife wants me to do something out of the blue. Yeah, there's more room for error. I don't know. I just prefer it. Infinite Spool is one of the awesome yep. Infinite Spool is super cool. I find myself like, before I had quite a few spools that would just sit on this shelf, like almost gone because it was like, it's such a pain to use these. Or even some, I'm not gonna lie, some of them had gotten tossed. And so, wait, did I grease? Yeah, I did grease this. So being able to, like with the AMS, I've used up a lot more filament because I'm like, cool, I don't care about the color on this. I know it's just gonna automatically go to the next one. Like it's just easier, it's nicer. Am I the only one who finds the light box cover is shaped like a turtle? Like, oh, like this kind of, like the arms forward. I kind of see it. The arms forward, the little feet in the back. I do see it. All right, here we are. We finished up this. Make sure your shaft rotates smoothly. Oh boy, did we already do that. Thank you, Turtle. Trigger insertion. Drop the trigger into the re-spooler. Ensure the screws are not rubbing the sides and the trigger is able to move back and forth freely. Okay. Let's grab our triggers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it looks like the direction this needs to be in is basically... Okay, so it looks like these guys are basically dropping in like this. So mine is clearly... We assumed mine was probably too tight. And that does seem to be the case. Okay, is that all it needs to do is pivot like that? It feels pretty good. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I mean, I don't have much to... Well, when it snaps... So, okay, when I go all the way to the bottom, the screws kind of want to pop up. Is that normal? I kind of have to assume that it is. A couple of neighbor kids have 3D printed pens. Me getting infinite spools is going to mean they have to actually buy filament again. If you pull it out slightly, it needs to snap back. Is it fine that the screw heads are kind of popping up and down though? That's my only concern right now. But it seems like it is snapping back. Let's try the next one, see how it goes. Not liking how those screws are going in and out. Okay. So that doesn't seem normal. What is causing it? Maybe they're too loose now and that's what's causing it? I don't know. Let's tighten them. Give them some ABS leftover. Hey, Tom! Tom Llama, how's it going? Let's do like half a turn tighter and half a turn tighter. Oops, well. Nope, definitely still doing the pop thing. The hat holds it within tolerances. Yeah, it's definitely popping though. Like, let me try a different one just to see if there's something funky going on with that one. Okay, so yeah, this one's doing the same kind of thing. Like, if you look at it, so when it's flat, see the screw where it's at? Now if I lift it, the screw drops in. The other magnets are attracting each other. Yep. Yeah, they're definitely they're attracting each other. Clip the light box on and then check. How does the light box? It just snaps into place. Insert the two upper tabs in the light box and press down to snap it in place. Okay. So it looks like this just goes like this. These just, there's little tabs on this, so it looks like they just slot into here. Then this snaps downwards. Nope, that tab is not in place. There we go. There we go. Is it, so it's not sitting, for some reason this is not sitting perfectly flush. Is that normal? Is that not normal? I mean, it's in, yeah, they definitely aren't sitting flat. Okay, it locks. Okay, gotcha. Looks like yours. Okay. Do you think I just don't worry about those screws then? Because I mean, it is like, it's, you know. It seems fine, like this pivoting. I just don't know about those screws, if that's an issue or not. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, this one I might screw around with the screws on this one just a hair more and see if I can get it a little bit nicer. Yeah, we'll leave it for now. If it causes a problem, then we'll revisit it, but it seems like that's just what's happening. So got these are in. Nice, thank you for the 5 Get the memberships, buddy. Let's do, thanks, man. This one though, like, okay, I'm just trying to, if I'm pushing down on this, like let's say I'm the extrusion, it doesn't snap. Like how's this one if I do that? Okay, this one feels fine. If I add pressure to it, it's still a smooth, like, lock. It's still locking in smoothly. But this one, if I push it down, it stays up. It doesn't want to go back. So I do think I need to mess around with the screws a little bit on this one. At this point, I'm thinking that maybe they're... You know what? That screw... Wait up. These screws look like they're at an angle. Are they supposed to be at an angle? Yeah, they all seem like they're at a slight angle, so I don't think that's the issue. Let's tighten these up a bit. Let's see if that does it. Okay. Now this one's not moving as smooth. Just make sure the screw heads aren't rubbing on the frame. I don't think they are. But yeah, this one to me, like this is gonna be my sort of how I want them all to be. This feels right. This feels really good. So let's leave this one for a second and move forward and see if we can get the rest of them to be like that other one, and then we'll revisit that final one. I'm hoping it's just an outlier and we can get it, but let's see how these other ones are. Okay, this one's not popping out at all. This one feels really good already. So let's see if I put these on here. Yeah, that one's like... It almost makes me want to revisit the one that I like. That one's just really good. Okay. Let me check. I'm gonna check this one more time too. I think I'm gonna try to go a hair closer. I think that maybe this side is a little bit further out. Let's do just one turn. Oh shit! What did I do? What did I do? There we go. Yeah, that feels better now. Okay, so we have 2 done. This is the good one. That's a good one. It only needs to do a millimeter or 2. Okay, so I'm over. I'm over doing my movement, but yeah, it moves really smoothly. Here's the last one. This one I would say is definitely not even. This needs to come out more. Let's try that as a starting point. That feels like they need to go out more still. One turn. One turn. Okay. Nope, this one's still getting caught. Okay, so we have two of them are needing a little bit more attention. I really appreciate the music today. Very chill for building along on my Galileo 2. We always start with this same playlist, and then it's gonna stop probably in, I don't know, the next 10 to 15 minutes, and then we put on the little more, not intense, but like the retro style music, retro video game style music. I mean, this is really the only thing I can be adjusting, so unless there's somewhere else. Yeah, these ones. Why are we not? There we go. Yeah, this one something's up. Say, like it doesn't want to go back. Like if I watch with my finger, it's not going back. And then once it's a certain point, it sticks out the other way. So something's definitely up with this. I think at this point we're probably too far out. So that's moving like the magnet is backwards. I don't think it is. We tested all. No, it's not. It's retracting. Yeah, so we did glue them all like and verify. But yeah, they're just not, for some reason, these two are not wanting to go in nicely. What are we snagging on here? Yeah, it's odd. Like when I what are we rubbing on? Is it the side of the housing? Still doing the same thing. I think Steve might be on this thing. Wait, what do you say? Oh, the magnets? No, the magnets are not backwards. I promise you. Like they're attracting. Like when I go like this, they're snapping together. It's something with the pivoting that's just not. I don't know if is it the sides of this are too tight, maybe. No, it's not that. I feel like it has to be these dang screws. They're at an upward angle, which makes me wonder, like, did I thread them in at an angle and that's what's screwing this up? I could try to take them back out and see if I try to redo these screws. Wondering if that's it. They seem like they're kind of at an upward angle, which could definitely be causing something weird to happen. But I don't know, it drove them straight in. Maybe the lever is snagging on the side of the spooler body. That's what I thought. I just loosened it a turn. It didn't seem like it really made much of a difference. But I'm also wondering if maybe that when I screwed these in, they just went in at an angle. And that's what's doing it. Let's see, I'm just gonna focus a little bit more to make sure that they're going in straight. Oops. Yeah, that could have been it. It might have been that when I threaded them in, they were at a slight angle. Oops. I'll just say, remember back in the day, Taylor spent like 30 minutes on this to find out that his magnets was just weak enough not to behave correctly. Can't even get the screws started now. There we go. Yeah, this one's at a weird angle. So can I manually force it to go the right way? It feels straighter to me. We'll see if this does anything. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Maybe it didn't do anything, but let's see. That is too tight. Still too tight. Oh baby. Oh baby. All right, it was the screws. They were at a slight angle. I wonder if the rest of them are at a slight angle too. I don't think it matters based off the fact that they are, like I mentioned, just a pivot point, and these all seem to be pivoting very nicely. Yeah, I think these are fine. Wait. Yeah, no, this is working. Doesn't seem to be snapping as hard as these ones are, though. Like, I can hear, listen. You can hear that nice, satisfying snap. Snap. Well, this one, we've got... It's not quite as... Yeah, it was user error. It was absolutely user error. I figured it was. I wasn't ever... I think they still need to go out a hair more is probably what it is. I wasn't ever thinking it wasn't something I did. This one's still at a slight angle, but yeah, I think that because you're just going into plastic, it's easy for them to not want to go in perfectly straight. Let's see. Did I screw it up again? Sure, seems like it. Shit, let's not break these parts. There we go. That's probably fine. It's sticking a little bit. Definitely sticking. Once I press down on it, it's starting to stick more, so. Bearded Printer, thank you for the gifted membership, man. Cheers. Piece is driving me a little crazy. I wish I just had other ones that I could use, like to start over. I feel like even though this one's not snapping as hard, is that it feels like it's probably sufficient. Feels like it's probably sufficient for what this needs to do. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not snapping quite as cleanly, but like I'm putting pressure down here so that way the screws are indeed getting pressure on them and it's still closing fine. So let me see, can I tighten these up again? I think I'd loosen these a hair. Yeah. Okay. So there's one last one. I think it's this one, right? That's being, yeah, this one is the one. So let's do this one again too. So let's take this out. Elizabeth, thanks for becoming a member again. Cheers. Squirrel too. We'll do a squirrel. Get a squirrel. What was I doing? Yep, we're taking these out. I picked up an awesome card, Elizabeth. It's a Pokemon card. I don't know if you're familiar with any of the Japanese ones, but it's the it's Japanese stamp box promo. It is awesome. Okay, so let's try to go in straight with these. Almost giveaway time. Yeah, we'll open it up and let's try to get this last one done here. Do you know what it is or no? Oh, shit. Like, can you picture it? If not, at the giveaway time, I'll show it off. I'm pretty stoked on it. Yeah, so they just have the ability to pivot. So I think that a note I would have is just as you're screwing these in, be careful to make sure that they're going in as straight as possible. Yes, though. I got both of them. It's the Pikachu on the girl's back, like in the traditional, like traditional Japanese outfit and art style, and then the one of Cramorant doing like a dive bomb. I've been wanting them for quite a long time. Giveaway link open. It'll be there in like 3 minutes, so bear with me. Yeah, this one doesn't seem straight. I mean, they don't have to be perfectly straight, I don't think, but clearly that's been the snagging point. Yeah, I ordered them from Japan. I actually was debating on getting them just as is in like the box set, but I was concerned about scam stuff, and so I found someone that had them graded in Japan for a better deal than what you can get them for in the States, and I jumped on it. Okay. Let's see how this does. Why are we not? Come on, bud. Okay, they still need to be looser. I got them in 10s. Because they had them in 9s, and I was like, it's since it's kind of a newer card, like for vintage stuff, I don't really care. I'll get them in lower grades. Doesn't really matter to me. But because it was sort of modern-ish, I was like, I want to get them in 10s. I sold off a few big cards I've had in my collection for a while, which was what allowed me to justify getting them. Okay, so this still is not doing what I want it to do. And I can see the crooked screw. Like if you look at, watch, let me see if you guys can see this. Come on. Nope. I don't know how, no, you can't really see it. I think it's this one. This one's slightly favoring going up this way, like towards this way. So let me open up the giveaway. I'm gonna take a few more minutes on this. Send, shorten URL, copy. Okay, this is for a spool of Polymaker filament shipped globally, and we'll leave this open for half an hour. Nice, we got 136 likes. Thank you everybody for smacking the like button, whoever did, whoever has. That's awesome. Okay, so I think what I'm probably gonna do is undo this screw again and see if I can force it to not come in at that angle, because I'm just about certain that is what is doing me dirty with this, is that the screw is just not, they're not in line with each other. still wanting to do that. I'm sure it's because when I first threaded it, I've created slightly angled threads now. Okay, that feels a little better. Come on, baby. Ooh! That's all it is. It's just, you gotta be careful when you're threading those in that they're going in straight. I guess I just assumed that because there was a hole that if I was screwing them in, they were gonna go straight, but no, they didn't. They went crooked enough to cause it where it wasn't pivoting nicely. Now, this one's as good as the other two. So now I just have one that's a little bit, so this one, no, that one's great. This one. This is the one that could still be a hair better. But based off what we're saying, this seems like this is sufficient. It's just not smacking quite as loud as the other ones, but are they ball-end drivers? This is a ball-end driver. I can't swear that I used a ball-end driver when I first did them. I think I've used a combination of the two, but yeah, I've been using a ball-end for quite a bit of this just because it's plastic parts and it makes it where I can't torque down on it so hard so easily. Okay, so we did that. Make sure the triggers move freely. Yep, we did that. Awesome. So now we're getting spacers and these wheel drives. So let's see. These are the ones that we put a bunch of heat inserts into the other day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh, where's number 8? Did I count wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I didn't count wrong. That is 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Where the hell's the last one? There it is. And then we need 8 of those spacers as well. Yeah, 8 spacers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Whew. Harder to fit in straight with ball ends. Should probably use normal ones that fit snug. Yeah. I would recommend, at least for that part, using not using ball end, using just regular drivers. I usually don't, well, it depends on what I'm doing, but I specifically used them for quite a few parts of this build because I was threading into plastic, even though in that case it worked against me, just to not accidentally crack them. The key to a good build is to do a bad build. Yes. Once again, why build things once when you can build them 2 or 3 times? Slide the bearings on the axle, followed by the wheel. They should sit flush against the bearing on the frame sides. Okay, we can do that. Oops, standard side view. There we go. Okay. Oop. So we are doing spacer. Maybe. Yep. Spacer. And then these need to be with the bumps facing outward like that. Like that. Okay, one down. You learn new tricks when you can't get the damn thing straight. Channel your inner Ivan Miranda. Spacers! I haven't seen, I mean, I guess I've been watching non-like maker stuff lately in my downtime. Actually been watching like Yu-Gi-Oh! Every night before bed, an episode just to kind of wind down. But I haven't seen his stuff come up lately. Has he still been as active as ever? Oop. Oh shoot, hold on. Okay, I saw one spacer go here. One went here. Ow. Oh. I hit my head on a printer. No, and I kicked the god. Oh, this is one. Okay, here we go. This is why. There we go. We're back. His current project. Okay, gotcha. He doesn't post much. Gotcha. Okay, let me switch to our little more active. There we go. Wait, nope, that was the same playlist. This is what we want. Probably still collecting marbles. That's right, the last thing, he went wild with his marble thing, right? Because he did like a clock, but then he took it. That's the last thing I really remember was a bunch of marble stuff. And I was following it for a bit, and then I don't think I kept up with the last bit of it. This one was really loose for some reason, that spacer. Oh, but this is tighter. There we go. I use homemade tool for screwing into plastic squarely. Make what looks like a tiny vice jaw, clamps together and drills a 3mm hole through the seam. Huh. I just rewatched Outlaw Star and started rewatching Zold's Chaotic Century. Nice. I don't know, throwbacks. Yeah, I've for Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid, I watched like the Duel Monsters series, but I've never seen season 0, and so I've been watching season 0, and it's pretty dark compared. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of dark in general, but season 0, which was published by a different company than like the show that a lot of people would have watched on TV. I think it was on 4Kids or the Kids WB. I don't know. It's kind of dark. I'm only on episode. It's still on my still on my screen over there actually. But yeah, I think I'm only on like episode 6. Look into Blippi's past. I don't want to. I'm currently rewatching SAS Rogue Heroes. Nice. Ready for season 2. I missed a lot of stuff. I can rewatch it. He lost his marbles. Yeah. All right. So next up, secure the wheels. So now we need. Okay, so we're basically just clamping the wheels down using M3/6 socket heads. Screw the wheels down on the so we're using them basically as like set screws. And these are M3/6s it said, so these are smaller. These are gonna be smaller. M3/6s. I don't have enough M3/6s, which makes me think probably in a different bag. What is this? Fasteners. Mounts. Huh. Oh, button heads. Derp. If only I could read. There we go. There we go. Yeah. This has been a test. I got it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Sometimes you gotta give me a minute, all right? Sometimes I can figure things out. Every once in a while, I get lucky and figure things out. Okay, so there's only 2, it looks like. 2 per wheel. I opted to still use button heads, personal preference. Oh, socket heads. Yeah, I generally, how tight am I want to go with this? Like, it's probably plenty tight. Just keep, yeah. Rewatching Lost? Oh man. I never watched, that doesn't seem to be going in very well compared to the other one, but maybe I'm wrong. I never really watched Lost growing up, but I had a neighbor that was really into it. And I remember him coming over with like DVDs and putting it on my TV at one point. That's probably plenty. I've probably watched season 1. I probably watched, I can picture them on the island and crazy stuff happening. Don't. Is this for multicolor? Yes, yes it is. Multicolor, infinite spool, easy spool loading. But yeah, I guess multicolor is probably the main. Okay, we are spinning, which makes me think that's not great for my heat insert. Oh no, we're good. Okay. But yeah, I would say multicolor is probably the main thing for most people. Lost was like experiencing someone else's bad acid trip. All right. Yeah, I haven't. Erin and me go through. She watches a lot more TV than I do. But the last things that we watched was we watched Squid Game season 2. Was a big fan of season 1. I did like season 2 a lot as well. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think that the way that they left it off was dumb and not cool. But yeah, we watched that, and then Erin was watching a show called The Empress, which I want to say was originally in. Okay, let's not go too tight. I think I'm starting to spin my heat insert. I think it was originally in German, and it was dubbed into English, and it was a pretty sad show, but I really enjoyed watching that with her. It's like the only 2 shows I remember watching recently. I like Lucifer. I don't think she's watched that. I can kind of picture it, but I don't think I'd watch it. I need to watch Malcolm in the Middle. God, yeah. Erin had on Breaking Bad a few weeks or ate a month ago. And I was like, that's Malcolm in the Middle, Dad. I grew up watching every Friday night in my house. Like, my parents were pretty healthy. We ate a lot of, like, you know, home-cooked meals, or at least, like, even if they were like quick meals, like stuff from the house that was relatively healthy. Like, usually there's a protein, some vegetables, and, you know, carb of sorts. But Friday night was what my mom called goodie night. And we would usually, when we were younger, like rent a movie a lot of times from, you know, the library. And then we would get drive-through or carry out from somewhere. And my dad worked a lot of nights, so it's usually just me, my mom, and my brother. And I have a lot of memories of sitting on the ground, because we had this table that, like, you could be on the couch from 2 parts of it, and then 2 parts of it you're on the ground. I think that my parents pushed it out because they didn't really want us eating on the couch. So we'd like sit on the ground around this table, eat our food, and it was always like, we'd catch like the end of King of the Hill, and then I think it was Malcolm, and then it was The Simpsons, and then what else was there? Maybe that was it. Was there 2 episodes of The Simpsons that played? It was all on Fox, right? I think it was pretty much on Fox. In Norway, we have Friday tacos. Yum. That sounds really good. But yeah, it's a good memory. And then my mom would always get. My mom has a sweet tooth, which is where my sweet tooth comes from. Or actually, it was her birthday on the 10th, and she's coming over in a couple hours. We're gonna celebrate her birthday here. But she had a big sweet tooth, and so growing up, she'd always get like a couple bags of candy. When I say bags, I don't mean like big bags of Halloween candy. I mean like the little things you can get at the checkout line when candy wasn't, you know, like ridiculously expensive. And she would divide it up into these little wooden bowls, and we would have a couple pieces of candy each, me, my brother, and my mom. So good memory. But yeah, Malcolm's like part of that memory. We watched a lot of Malcolm. Another one I liked a lot growing up was that 70s show. God dang it, Bobby. I feel like there was some Shogun. I feel like there was some Shogun like show based on the U.S. Maybe like Kansas or South Dakota. The life of me, I can't find it or remember. Huh. Battlestar. A-Team. There's now that. Oh God, I don't think I have interest in watching it. Yeah, I liked that 70s show a lot. All the characters were so silly. Red and Kitty, Eric, Fez, Donna, Kelso, Steven. Just really good. Saturday is Gold Terry Dog Candy Day. Nice. Yeah, my dad came over there today and he's like, because they're retired now and they've been having a really good time just doing retired stuff. And my dad said that. Okay, last set of wheels, y'all, and then we've got still 14 minutes left. So if you haven't entered into the giveaway, it's pinned in chat for a spool of Polymaker filament. It is global, and you have 14 minutes to enter in. It's laggy? It says dropped frames 0. Huh. Maybe it was on YouTube side. Mine says all green bars, dropped frames 0%, 0. So I don't know. Maybe it was on YouTube's end. If it happens a lot, let me know. I had about 10 to 15 second pause. Okay. Yeah, it might have been YouTube. Because on my end, like, it doesn't even show a single dropped frame. We've definitely had issues before when we first started streaming. I remember occasionally like, oh yeah, bars are yellow or whatever, but yeah. We just got a new modem from Fiverr because the modem that they installed was faulty. So everything should be good on my end. Oops. Come on, last wheel. I lost 45 seconds on TV, but phone was fine. Weird. I don't know. I definitely had a delay. Spinny loader guy. Huh. Hopefully it's just a freak thing, because yeah, on my end, I don't think there's much I can do. Everything looks golden. All right. Oh. Shit. I think I spun that a little. Yeah, I can still spin these the opposite direction from each other. That doesn't seem great. This one I can too. Maybe it's fine. Maybe maybe they don't grip that hard. Yeah, all of them I can actually, so hopefully that's fine. I mean, they're not going to be spinning against each other normally, so hopefully that's not a huge issue. Or maybe I need to clamp down harder. I don't really know. Nice. It's official. I ordered my kit. Nice. Box turtle? That's fine. You can't... Yeah, because there's no flat... There's no flat portion on it. Looking at this, it's looking more and more like a breastplate? Head mount and shoulder socket for a robot. Oh! I could totally... Yeah, I could see that. There's the arms. You'd have a little head. Right? Oh, dude, like that. Totally. I just need a little arm. Somebody should do that. Somebody should take this and turn it into a robot. That'd be really funny. Don't over tighten, the insert will fail. Yeah, I definitely... I should probably not have used the straight driver on that one, but I think at least one or two of them are probably not as tight as they should be because of that. So worst comes to worst, I'll print out a few others, but hopefully it's sufficient. Okay, wheels. How many of these? 8 of them? 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Okay, wheels and rubber pieces. Got all of our wheels, got all of our... Slide the tires on the wheel to show and make sure the tire's in the correct orientation. Correct orientation. Ah, because one side has... Yeah, they're not the same. So there's like a protruding ring on the inside of here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's not centered. So the side that it favors, I'm assuming, that's the direction we probably want to put it on. So like this. How difficult will this be to get on? Not difficult at all. Nice. Cool. We got a wheel. That wasn't so bad. Okay. Bogey tires? Hey, Matt. Hey, Pedro. Yeah, it's really coming together. It'll still be a bit before we're actually printing with it, because I still have to print out a couple parts for the Filametrics. I think the accent pieces, and then just figure out what we're doing, whether we're doing USB, whether we're doing CAN, how I'm gonna wire it up. So it'll be a bit, but I'm excited to get at least the base part of this done. Us normal folks had to print them. Well, at least that way you can customize the color. You can get some cool TPU. What TPU was recommended for this? Just like 95A? Oh, I broke it. I broke the wheel. Oh, that's fun. It's just the top, like, I don't think it'll actually affect much of anything, but it actually split at the layer. Look. I'll just leave this one for right now, and then I'll end up reprinting it. I have to assume this probably isn't that hard. Or I can peel the whole... I can peel the whole thing off. Like... There we go. I don't think that'll... I don't even know if I'll reprint it, honestly. What? I don't know if it'll actually affect much. It was only a couple of layers, and it's still being held in place, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure it'll affect much of anything. I usually print spares on small pieces. Like, I think I printed a few extra spacers. So when did I damage that? Was it just when I was putting it on the top lip initially? It's probably when it happened. Or no, it's probably when I was getting it over. It's probably the ring on the inside when I was getting it over. Now I'm scared, just a little. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it must have been, I was probably at a sharp angle on that last one. There we go. Two more. Oh. Oh, shh. Damn it! I did it again. Oh, that's all right. All right, let's see if I can get the last one on successfully. Oh, I was careful. I promise. I was. All right, last one. I'm watching what Radio Silent. I knocked them off. Oh, you know, okay, cool. So it's not just a me thing. Yeah, I'm like, all right, I didn't go that steep of an angle. I didn't feel like on that one. Come on, baby. Oh, I heard the sound. Dude, it's just, all right, well. I don't imagine it'll really be that big of a deal. But yeah. Okay. I think we know who has been handling the packages at the post office. If we keep breaking parts this stream, it's gonna be over quick. We haven't broken any parts. Maybe, yeah, warming them up. I mean, it does say warm them up, but the interesting thing is, like, it doesn't actually feel like I'm applying that much force. If you look at this, if you look at this printed part, which I'm not gonna take it off to show, the very edge just has, it's not really supported by much of anything at the very end there. So, but yeah, it didn't feel like I was applying too much force. But yeah, heating it up, it does tell you that if it's tough, heat it up. So it might not be a bad idea, just because clearly, you know, the end piece is very fragile. But I don't anticipate, because it's still locked in place, and if we're talking a couple millimeters, I would be surprised if it really affected much of anything. Not saying that I recommend doing, not saying that I recommend breaking them, but I don't think it's the end of the world, probably. Twist the wheels on the axle until they firmly click and lock into place. Cool, okay. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, exactly. It says until they click into place. I sure didn't feel a click. Click and lock in place. Yeah, I don't know if they click. Oh, you'll feel it? Okay. Well, the issue I'm having is that like, I can't grab this because this will just spin. Great, now I can't. I mean, maybe if I grip the, here, maybe if I use this to grip this. Because now it's just kind of wanting to. Okay, yeah, I did feel that. So this one's clearly not seated as tight, but let's try it. How am I gonna do this one? I didn't even think about that. How am I gonna... Also, this one's not even on right. I'm looking... Oh, wait. Yeah, this one's not on right. There we go. That one's shifted, so... Yeah, this is the one that has a loose screw. There's my heat insert. I'm probably gonna have to redo this wheel. Either that or I shove... Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to redo this wheel. I felt it. So this is one of the two that I tightened too tight. Yeah, I would probably use a ball end for this. Gotta head home. Good luck on the drawing, everybody. Yeah, I'd probably use a ball end for this. I knew I tightened one or two too tight. I wonder if I can get it to lock in place, like with just the single one for now. No, this one needs to get reprinted. That's why I use socket heads. Here comes Jack. Here comes Jack. All right, Jack's gonna say hi, then we'll do the giveaway. I hear him, he's climbing up the stairs. There he is! Dude, the man of the hour! What's up? Oh, come here, bud. You wanna say hi? Oh, big boy. Oh, you had a good nap, dude? What is it? The stool? You want to sit? Stand on the stool, yeah? Is Erin feeling any better?
So-so.
She says so-so. Jackson, you say hi? Oh, you're too low now, bud.
Stand up.
He wants to sit. Is that your cell phone? Is this your cell phone? Yeah. Oh, it died?
Yeah, it was like
Oh.
the batteries out.
No, those are flush cutters, bud. Those are drivers.
Yeah, just stand up.
Yeah, screwdriver. Oh, that's what Dad should have used. He doesn't want to stand up. He's stubborn. That's not a toy. That is not a toy either. That's a syringe of grease, buddy. There's really nothing up here for you. Those are zip tie clippings. You want those? That might be a choking hazard, bud. Oh, do I have anything up here that's... I don't have much up here for you, kiddo. You want to say hi to everyone? You say hi away, buddy.
Yeah, wave. Say hello, everybody.
Battery it up for him. Dude, I have gone through so many AAAs. He's got this thing, we call it a Sharky, but it's basically, it's like a nighttime shark, and there's some kind of like a projector and LED in its chest that rotates around, and it shows a bunch of like planets and stuff. Not planets, it's like stars and...
Anchors and stars.
Yeah,
Sharks,
it's awesome. I really like it, and we spent...
different colors.
Yeah, we spent quite a bit of time in the morning just like looking at his ceiling like, whoa. But it eats batteries so quickly. It takes 3 AAAs, and I think I go through 3 AAAs a week. So after the last pack of batteries, I'm like, I probably need to invest in some rechargeable AAA batteries because all of your toys take AAAs, don't they? Yeah, you need all the batteries, Bubba. We gotta do a giveaway soon. You like this one? Here.
Wow.
Is that pizza? Is that pizza? What is this? Hold on. Is that a squirrel?
Oh.
Yeah. GP's made this. GP's designed that. Yeah. Yeah, he's showing it off. That's a cool cube, dude. Yeah, those are wheels. Daddy screwed up a little bit on the wheels, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reprint out the wheels. I'm gonna have to reprint a couple of these wheels. Bearings. Grease. Yeah, your hair does look really good, bud. Daddy's gonna do a giveaway for some filament, okay? It's time. People have been waiting. We're 4 minutes behind. Okay?
Can you do it with them or no?
Yeah. Okay, Jackson a beer for the giveaway. Jackson a beer for the giveaway. So I'm gonna really quickly unpin the message. Let's see, remove and unpin. Those are bearings, buddy. Don't lose those, please. Okay, if anyone's filling it out, you got 60 seconds.
Yeah.
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 I'll let you click the wheel, okay?
Responsibility.
Mm-hmm. We got 158 entries. Hey, that's a wire and a bearing, big guy.
Wow.
More?
You put it together.
Cool. Okay. All right. There's 159 people in here. I'm downloading it. That's it. Is that Mama Junior hitting the button? Yeah, we're gonna let him hit the spin button. You wanna hit the spin button, right? Yeah? Okay. He says. Downloads. Thank you. Okay. You like the music, buddy? You hear the music? You can't touch. Daddy's gotta touch the computer. You can... drivers. Okay, 159 people. Del Mar was the last one. You just squeezed in, buddy. All right, it's 159. Yeah, look at it. It's a big wheel. Watch. It's gonna get, or it should get populated with names. There we go. Look at that.
Wow.
See the wheel spinning? Huh? Do you see it? Okay. There we go. Yeah, I gotta get a decoy keyboard. All right. So we'll let Jackson. How many times do we want to shuffle today? Can you? Let's see.
Almost
How many?
almost 24 months.
You want to do 24 months for you almost being 2 years old? No. Okay. Yeah.
Some suggestions.
We'll do. Oh. Did Jack change the thing? I don't know. All right. The wheel's there. Sorry. Yep. I pressed the wrong button. All right, we're gonna do 24. We'll do 24 shuffles because Jack's basically 24 months. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
All right, good luck,
Okay,
everybody.
Jackson. All right, so you gotta press the right here, okay? Press that button. No, right here. No, look at Daddy. This right here, press it. Press it. Right there, press. No, right here, press. There you go, good luck everybody. He's shaking. Let's see. Will Da Silva, you are our winner. Can you say, yay, congratulations, Will. Woohoo! High five, Will. Yeah. All right, you are our winner. Congratulations. So I will send you an email. My parents are coming over to celebrate my mom's birthday after this, so it'll probably be a little bit later than normal, but I'll get you that email off. I'll get you that email off today. So, alrighty, Daddy's got to get back to it. You gonna go eat some food or go hang out with Mama? No. Yes. Yes.
Jackson, food? Hungry?
You gotta go.
No.
I know you're gonna be bummed out. I know. You've been getting bummed out lately. You can come back up here later, okay? You can take the square?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's a fair trade. You say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. There you go, little man. Good job spinning the wheel, Jack. Okay, Will Da Silva. So, what I'm gonna do now is see if there's any other wheels that I have screwed up. Let's see this. So if I hold this, okay, I think that one went in. That one felt pretty good. Let's check this one. This one's not perfectly on. You know what? I get why that lip's there. The lip kind of helps hold things in place. I'm going to be reprinting some wheels, I think, everybody. Yeah, this one's not bottoming out either. So let's see. Get some rechargeable and loop batteries. Write it down. Loop batteries. All right, I will make a note. Wait, what was the brand? Loop. Batteries. Got it. I feel like I wish these stuck more. That feels tight. Like I don't want to go tighter than that. That feels pretty. Oh, did I strip it? Nope, that one feels pretty tight too. But when I try to turn them against each other to lock it in place, I'm not convinced they're fully locked. The question, so is it possible you didn't put the heat insert in far enough? That is entirely possible. That is entirely possible. These ones were difficult to tell whether they were fully seated. I thought that I had gone far enough, but yeah, it's entirely possible. So the question I've got is, that little gap right there, is that an indication that they're not fully seated? It's on both sides. I saw it on this side too. So if I go like this, there's, where is it? There's a tiny little gap right there. Should there not be that gap? Is that sort of a... But yeah, no, that's definitely a possibility, Ryan. That gap looks bigger already, but... I'm tempted to see what the other wheel's like now. Check the width. It should be 85 millimeters outside to 85 outside to outside. Okay. Oh no, there's a strip. This one's stripped too. Yeah, no, that's the issue. This thing's stripped. There we go. There's our heat insert. I wonder if I have... I kind of don't think I do. I wonder if I have slightly larger M3 heat inserts anywhere. I'm gonna try just really, I don't think this is actually much larger. I don't think it's actually larger, but I'm gonna try to seat it one more time just for fun. So I'm just gonna use, yeah, I'm just gonna use this. Oh, I think the part could have been better with slides in square nuts. Yeah, that is, I guess that is a, square nuts could have, why are we, I don't know why the camera is doing that. I didn't actually touch it. Yeah, square nuts could have, I suppose, been another option. Yeah, let's see if I can. Yeah, you definitely need... It's possible they're not fully seated, guys. It is possible they're not fully seated. I might just end up using this. This iron's set to hotter than the other one was. Okay, I'm scared to use this straight driver now, but I don't actually have a ball end of a smaller, this size I need for this. So let's just see. I could use, what are these? These are M3, these are M3.6s, right? Just for fun, let me see if I've got socket heads, because if I have socket heads, then I can use my ball end. M3.8s, M3.12s. I don't have M3.6s here. Okay, I think I have them in. Hope I don't need these for the V-Minion build me and Steve are going to be doing, but pretty sure I've got a bunch of M3.6s right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many do I need? I need 2, 4, 6, 8. 10. Yeah, I've got enough. I'm just going to use these. That way I can use my ball end. M3.8, yeah, I know, I got M3.6s. M3.6s. let's just try these. That way I can use the ball end. Hopefully not tighten them too tight. But yeah, these are definitely in there deeper. And if this doesn't work, then the next thing is I've got to reprint these. That's really the bottom line. Oops. It's an M3 by 6. Hey, Ludico. Okay, that feels like it has a bit more bite. So I'm gonna just even though the other side seems like it was okay, I'm gonna take these out and I'm gonna hit them with I'm gonna hit the ugh, God, words today. Oh, there's another one that came out. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go in deeper. I'm wondering if they're just not fully seated. It was a little tricky to tell on these ones how far they needed to go in because they're pretty deep into that pocket. Where did I put the? There we go. Heat inserts. Actually, I've got one more right here. But yeah, I don't want the wheels slipping because it's definitely. Oh, you know what? I get why it's not focusing. I turned off autofocus to show you guys something and totally forgot to turn it back on. There we go. Why are we saying no? What does that mean? Oh, no tip. There we go. It was letting me know I lost my tip. Yeah, that definitely went in further. So part of the issue might have just been that they weren't in fully. I'm gonna just keep unplugging this. I don't want to. The drive gear is just a press-on. I don't understand why these have screws. The original screws. Oh, gotcha. So they changed. Okay, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this does the trick. It feels tight. A little more paranoid about my tightening on this now. Okay. They feel a bit tighter to me. Okay, I'm near positive that snapped on. That one definitely snapped on. Okay, I'm not gonna measure. I feel good about that. That was definitely more of a snap. So that's what we're gonna do for all of these. They snapped on. So okay, but that does mean we do need to go through and just redo these. So whichever ones are, regardless, I guess, of whether they're loose or tight, we're gonna hit them with the soldering iron again, and then we're gonna use socket heads because I don't have a ball end for the 2mm. At least not up here, I don't know where it is. And I can use socket heads with the ball end, so. I love my pine slow, man. It's such a solid little iron. Okay. So I'll at least do 4 at a time, so it goes a little bit quicker. Yeah, I mean, just to show, like, look at how big of a difference this is. So, check it out. This is the one that I just pushed in, right? See how you can kind of get an idea how deep it is. This is how the rest of them are. I think that for most of them, they're only like halfway in, which is also explaining why I was able to strip them out so easily, and probably why they weren't getting in far enough to make contact with the post. So I have a feeling that's what happened here. I was thinking about trying to pin the gear. However, the smallest drill I have is 1.5 millimeters. Yeah, the tops are not in. Yep. That one still didn't go in. Why? Oh, this freaking iron keeps... I need to tighten the screw for these. That one went a little too far. Alright, let's see how this goes. A fine line between getting them seated all the way and having them push through the other side. Okay, hopefully that works. All right, here's the other one. So we got spacers still on. Yeah, that one's gonna be tricky, isn't it? Damn thing went in like just a little too far. Time to go for me. Good end of stream, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out nice, and also for all the memberships earlier, man. I'm gonna just try to heat this up and push it back a hair. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, dude, it's... God. Now it's popped out a little bit. I don't think it's the actual... I don't think it's the words. I don't think it's a heat insert. I think it's just a little bit of plastic. It's pushed into this channel. Let me try my blade so I can cut off. Where's my blade? Where is my blade? Seriously, where's my blade? I don't see... Huh. Okay, I guess I'll file. It's LDO's Filament, and it is, I don't know the name of it, but it's like a teal blue. If you just look at, you go to Fabrico's website and you look at LDO ABS, you should be able to spot it pretty easily. There we go. Okay. see if this one might need a tiny file as well. Maybe it's not called. I'll look it up really quick. Here, Fabrico. LDO ABS. Gold, ABS, black, smoke, LDO ABS. Is it just called blue? No, it's definitely not that. Dark teal. It's called dark teal. It's from LDO. LDO dark teal. Here it is. Where did I just see it? Dark teal. First one right here. This is it. This one's not. Well, they're gonna be more like press fit now. It looks like 3DO Makita. I only used one of 3DO's filaments. I think it was like the rat rig green. Nope. I'm gonna go work on a micron. Hey, good luck, Raven. Have fun with that. It's definitely, that's been on my list of printers I want to build for a while. Oh my god, we're still too... Okay. Let me heat it up one more time and see if I can push it in. I don't think it's the heat insert. I think it's just the plastic that's pushed in, but we'll see. There we go. Okay. We got them. Socket heads. Sounds like fun. Unfortunately, I have to go to a meeting. Catch you on the next stream. Hey, thanks for hanging out. No worries. We will be here, as far as I'm aware, next Wednesday at the same time. I don't know. I think we're probably doing another Box Turtle stream. Steve and I are still finalizing the plans for our upcoming build collab, so it'll probably be Box Turtle or something random. Yeah, no, it'll be Box. What am I saying? Based off where we're at right now, I definitely think we'll, at the very least, be wrapping up this and then probably starting to play around with the 2.4 and seeing kind of where it's at and what I need to do to it to get it ready for this. So yeah, next week will definitely be another Box Turtle stream in some way, shape, or form. Keep the wheels in the shaft when putting the heat inserts on. That's a great idea. It's a really good idea. I will absolutely do that. That way I can't press them too far. Yeah, I'll do that with the rest of them. Do you have a Makita tool? How close is the LDO filament to it? Oh, a Makita tool. Gotcha. I don't know. I've got one, is it Milwaukee? And then the rest is all just Ryobi stuff. So a bunch of green stuff here. Okay. I'm pretty sure that that's snapped on. I'm pretty sure that's snapped on. So you said you're doing a tic tac together. Yes, we are, and we pretty much have. Yeah, I think these are fine. We pretty much have everything. Steve's wrapping up a words. Steve is finishing up, I think, like the rods that we need, because he got the extrusions and machined them. I just sent off the few things that he's getting from me. So yeah, we're definitely getting closer. Still have to print out all the parts and probably a couple other things we have to do, but it's gonna be a really fun build. The specs on it are ridiculous for the size, and it's just gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I anticipate lots of laughter. Lots of laughter during that build. Okay, this one's stripped too. Yeah. Well, it's not stripped. It's just make sure your heat inserts are heat inserted all the way. Okay, so yeah, based off the recommendation, we're gonna keep the wheels on the rods or the shafts. That way, I can go all the way in. Oh shit! Oh, that wasn't great. We might need a new wheel. The screw on this needs to be tightened. No, it's not what we wanted. I should have predicted that was gonna happen. Let me tighten this. Hold on. There's a little screw on here. That's what holds it in place. The tips, and if it's not tight enough, there we go. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to save that wheel with that just happening. Little dab of Gorilla Glue. Yeah. That's unfortunate. We'll see how that does. I'm not real convinced that that's gonna stay well now, but that's why I use a heat insert tip and not a tapped soldering iron tip. That is the first time that has ever happened to me. So it has never been an issue before. That seems fully seated. This one doesn't look fully seated. There we go. This one also doesn't look fully seated. Yeah, this one's dead. This one needs to be redone. There's just not enough plastic to grab it. Well, what I might end up doing is just reprinting out all these stinking wheels. And then using, because we did use a the CNC kitchen tip is on the stealth press. That's why we're not using it. I don't have two of them. I've only got the one. And we used the stealth press. You know what? I could have just done that, huh? It's the same exact thing, so I could have just grabbed it. Yeah. I think I'm probably gonna reprint all of these, just so that way I've got a clean start. And then I'll probably print maybe a set of 4 of these wheels. Why not use that then? I honestly didn't think about it. I forgot it was so easy to swap those tips. I don't really ever swap them out. And so, yeah, I didn't really think about just doing that. That would have made a lot of sense. Yeah, I'll probably swap out these on the ones that broke, which I think there was 3 in total that had the edge come off. And then I'll reprint out those wheels. Because I don't really want to... No, just use the press. Because it was hard for me to see, Tor. We used the press initially when we installed them, and I had a hard time seeing how deep they were going in. But I could probably have them on here and use the press like that. I think that's what I'll do for round 2, is basically have these on here and then use the press to press them all the way against the metal shaft. That's likely the best option. I wouldn't worry about reprinting the wheels. Oh, you mean these ones? I was just thinking that if I was going to be reprinting a tray, I might as well just throw a couple of those wheels on there as well. Well, yeah, these definitely need to get reprinted, and I think I'll do what Ryan mentioned, which honestly is a great idea from the beginning, just to slide one of these on here, and then use the heat inserts. That way you know that you're bottoming them out against this. So that's likely what I'm going to do. Let's see where we're at as far as the instructions go. So I think that's almost the last step of this, is basically lock those in place. Yeah, that is literally the last step. We can do this. We can do this really quickly. The good thing is it will be a very easy fix. Just popping back in, looking good. Yeah, we ran into an issue with the heat inserts on the wheels. I hadn't seated them fully. I didn't realize that, and that caused some problems. So I'm gonna reprint the, or not, I guess not the wheels, but the inner locking mechanism of the wheels. Okay, let's do this. Lid STL. Oh no, they were like, the orientation was correct. I've done a lot of heat inserts. It's that they weren't fully seated inside of this part. Like, yeah, I know that the smooth side goes down. They need to go inside of this piece and then inside of here. And I thought that I had them fully seated, but they were only halfway into the part down here. That was the issue. So when I was tightening them, either the screw didn't have enough thread to get all the way to the shaft, or because I was tightening them, there wasn't enough teeth on this in the plastic to actually hold, so they were kind of loosening. Oh yeah, yeah, smooth down. Always. You basically, my goal usually is to get that ring and just press it into that hole, and that usually kind of sort of locks it in place a little bit, and then press down on that. So yeah, smooth down. It just, that way it lets it kind of sit, well, I'll take it off, but it kind of lets it sit perfectly in the hole. Oops. There we go. Yeah, they just didn't go in fully. Hot. I'll end up doing, well, I'm trying to think. I'll probably end up doing the wheels off stream if I get the chance. Because I'm gone Friday through Monday, there's a chance that I might need to wrap them up on stream. But I will definitely get them printed and get the heat inserts done. I'll probably get them done off stream. I might even knock them out tonight, depending on if I can get the wheels printed out. Wagers on a Mama Oreo crack the turtleneck with ECAS. Oh no. No. Don't place that bet. So there's a slide, there's a frame. Okay, so it's the top piece we're looking for. It looks like there's a sort of cylindrical... There's one. What is the slide? I don't recall seeing that. Is that... It looks like it's... Oh, here it is. Right, yeah. Okay. Lightburn had a small CNC at APA to show. Yeah, that is the Carbide Nomad. It's a really cool little CNC. Pretty dang capable as well. Okay, ECAS. Will you be putting an enclosure on Turtle? I don't plan to. Yeah, I don't plan to. I'm not against it, but that's not part of the plan right now. I don't have a ton of humidity issues generally, and swap stuff out somewhat often. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's not the plan right now, though. Okay, so you're saying, will I crack this? Wait, did that? Yeah, it cracked. Yeah, it cracked instantly. Is it a common piece that cracks or what? Yeah, that broke instantly. I almost think that when I try this again, I'm gonna heat up this whole part. That's a really thin piece. Yours went in fine? Okay. Yeah, that snapped instantly. So I'll be reprinting that as well. I don't have a ton of that LDO ABS, so hopefully I even have enough to do what I need to do. Yours cracked 60 times. Yeah, it's weird that it's having layer. It's weird that that's the case though, Tor, because it was printed with a heated chamber as well. So I have a hard time like understanding why that would be the case. Oh, the rubber piece. No, that's not the rubber piece. That's the piece that we need. Yeah, that one in. Fine. At the end of this video, you might want to show all broken parts that people want to print extras on as they go. Yeah, likely when I do an actual video on this, I'll mention there's a few parts that I had some issues with and just kind of explain what I did. So yeah, that's very likely the plan. Yeah, it broke at the layer line, so it might make sense to reprint it standing up in this case. Did you print yours standing up or laying down, Tor? I mean, with the logo here, I assume it's meant to be printed laying down, but for the sake of strength on that layer, if I print it like this, it would be a lot stronger. The slide cracked? The slide did crack. Logo down. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with some of these parts, man. It did crack, so I either need to heat these parts up. I'll try printing them slower and see if that makes much of a difference. Yeah, hotter as well. Yeah, I'll end up reprinting this part as well then, so quite a few pieces. Temps and speeds, I have to check, man. I'd have to check. It was on the +4, and it was probably stock other than, I know I had to raise the bed temp. I had a little bit of warping issues initially with the ABS, LDO ABS. Looks like the slide, yeah, the slide did. The slide did crack, so I need to reprint this, and the wheels. I'm gonna print, yeah, I can check just really quick. It's not on this computer, so I'll just read it off and see what it was. So it was, there are warnings after slicing, that's fine. So this is it. GDASA. I think this is the profile I used, which is their ASA profile, which would have been 250 for the first layer, then 255 after, and then the bed I raised from 90 to 100. Max flow, they have it 16 cubic millimeters a second, which I don't think is too aggressive. That 16 cubic millimeters a second seems like that would be fine to me because it is sort of a high-ish flow. It is sort of a high flow hot end. And let's see, what are the speed settings? It doesn't look nuts to me. 200 millimeters a second for outer wall, inner wall 300. Yeah, it doesn't seem crazy to me, the settings. I can still go a little bit hotter. I mean, that's one thing I could do. I could go hotter, and that's probably what I will end up doing on the next one, and slow down a little bit, but it's ABS. It's ABS. Yeah, I'll end up bumping the temps up 10 Celsius. And then it had the heated chamber on, I think, 55 Celsius as well, so. But yeah, I'll print them hotter. So wheels will get reprinted. Slide will get reprinted. Is there anything else that I should be concerned with or just print a spare of before we get to it? I feel like we're pretty far. I'm not worried about self-tapping stuff. That just sits in place. Okay. Electronics. It's pretty much it, right? I mean, I think that we've got most of it done. Yeah, I don't think there's much more. If ASA ID bed, I've had pretty good luck at actually 100 Celsius with ABS and ASA. As long as, you know, obviously the printer's enclosed and it's not in a cool environment. Like up here in the studio, it's usually 70 to 74 Fahrenheit. I don't know the exact translation to 1 or 2. Okay, cool. So yeah, the things I'll reprint. I'll probably reprint the wheels even if they don't need it, just because I'm reprinting a bunch of other stuff, and I might as well. That way there's none that are cracked. So the hubs, the wheels, those are the main things, and then the slide. I'm probably gonna print this piece like twice. This one scares me a little bit. Like this one should not have, well, I guess it cracked against that way, but yeah, this one's the one that I'm a little concerned with. I'll probably print 2 of them just to have a secondary one. My iFaster and Cheaty will be perfect for ASA or X1 for some things. I use the +4 for just about everything. I think I printed out 1 part on the X1 carbon just because I needed another part and forgot about it. Yeah, it could be shrinkage. I don't know how I don't know how these parts are designed. Like, I assume they're probably intended to be printed with ABS or ASA, but I could be wrong. So, but yeah, it hasn't been an issue with any of the other parts, but of course today we kind of hit all of it, which is fine. We've made still some really good progress. I'm very happy with the end result of these. These are just so smooth. These are designed, yeah, I figured they were designed for ABS. Well, yeah, these turned out awesome, so I'm really pleased with that. But we'll end up, yeah, I'm gonna end up doing the wheels, so I'll likely get them all done myself off stream, and we'll just kind of pick up at the next section, which will be mounting stuff and electronics. But main things that were learned today were, well, I think Tor's using a printed part and an MGF part, so maybe not, but it seems best from what I'm seeing here to use, if you're using, you know, the MGF parts, that's fine, but if you're not, to probably just use the same material for both of them, because the difference I've got in smoothness is substantial. The other thing we learned was for the little lever arm, which you can't really see that well, but this lever arm, the screws, when you, one second here. This one's still not, this is probably the one, right? The one that needs maybe a little, I might redo that one. Let's see, how's this one? Yeah, that one's fantastic. But the screws for the pivot point, oh, that one's really good. The screws for the pivot point can go in at an angle since you're just threading into plastic, and that can totally screw up the lever's ability to latch nicely. Yeah, I'm probably gonna undo this one more time and get them lined up. Yeah, this one's not exactly where I'd like it. So, yeah, we'll get there. We're making good progress. Did you print out of the fidget toy test print? No, I didn't. I should have. I didn't have time. I just didn't have time. I had to get the parts ready for this, and yeah, time's my biggest issue. If I had the time, that's a good idea. There is which would have saved, I'm sure, a lot of headache, but even though I don't feel like it's been that bad, but it would have saved us some issue, there is the box for the menu. Where is it? I thought it was in here. Am I wrong? There's a like calibration print that you can do, and it's not a bad idea to do that before doing everything else. It might give some feedback for the splitting of the ECAS fitting. Yeah. Are you gonna have an enclosure on this? I answered, and I don't think so. Yeah, I used it. I don't think so. So, thank you for all you do. You're a great human. Oh, thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that, man. It's at printables. Thank you very much. It's a fidget on the front of the docks. You need a wait, you need to click the turtle logo. Oh, there we go. Yeah. This guy. So this is definitely not a bad idea to print this out because it has a lever, it has the ECAS fitting, zip ties. Like, this is not a bad idea to print out. I don't know that the ECAS would have actually done anything for us because all the rest of ours did go in. I mean, yeah, they took some serious force, but they pretty much always have on the few other times I've used them. And this was, to me, beautiful. Like, that went in really well. Yeah, so I don't know how much this would have helped, but it's still not a bad idea to print out. So I think we'll call it here. It's like 3.5 hours, and I've got parents are coming over in about an hour and a half for birthday dinner, so I'd like to chill for a little bit, and then I'll probably get these parts printing out. I'll probably just get them going really, at least the dark teal parts, because I imagine that's going to take a while, and then this is the only other part that I need. And yeah, I'll print this one out a little bit later, but we did make some good progress. It took longer than expected, which is always I shouldn't even say it took longer than expected, like to do the things we did today, because I don't have much expectations because things always take longer than expected. But we made good progress and we learned a lot. And I feel like I've got good feedback to share with others when I do make a video on this about like, hey, here's some things to look at. Here's where I messed up and how I messed up and how you can avoid messing up, which is really always the ultimate goal. Yeah, to figure out how to help others avoid the things I run into. So our shuttle's looking great. Can't wait to see it print. You and me both. The stream has been informative and will help peeps. Yeah, that's the goal. So I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, on that note, I think we'll call it. I appreciate all of you amazing people for hanging out with me on your Wednesday. Well, for you in Australia, so for some people, either your Thursday morning or your Wednesday evening or your Wednesday midday. I appreciate all of you. Thank you everyone for the chat, as well as the pointers and things to try. There was definitely quite a bit of good advice and tips in today's stream. Also, we had a ton of gifted memberships today and renewed memberships, so thank you to everybody. It really does go a long way to help support the channel and allow me to just spend more time working on videos and projects and all that stuff. So, and what else? Yeah, congratulations to our filament winner. I will send you an email later on this evening, and I hope that everybody has a lovely rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you guys next week. So that is all. I'm gonna go eat some food now. Cheers, everybody. Bye.